Who's got that cooter?
Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Patreon. I mean, if they kept in some of the stuff that we say
Beforehand.
yeah, because it nearly is
we
always.
used to.
Yeah, we used to, but then it's so poop and fart based.
Yeah.
That I don't think, and we can tell also from the success of the fart sketch that people aren't ready for. They don't want that from us.
Yeah.
They prefer social commentary. They prefer kind of cutting satire. They don't want.
I don't know why.
Everybody poops sometimes. Everybody farts.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want that.
I don't know why.
They don't believe in us.
It's the
DJ Khaled, they don't believe in us.
It's a mystery to me because
Yeah.
it's the silly stuff that we often find the funniest,
Yeah.
and it's the stuff that we can never truly release because you bastards don't like it.
And sadly, the reason why it's been quite a short main and we've been forced into probably a short Patreon, is because Andrew's getting his belly rubbed.
His belly rubbed.
Professional
belly rub.
No, Andrew's getting another tattoo, which is very exciting for everyone
Two.
involved. Two tattoos.
Two for the price of one. It's not-
Whoa!
it's-
Be careful with those.
It's double. I'm paying the price for both of them. Full price. Full
So
price.
two for the price of two.
Two for the price of two. Full price for me.
Yeah.
No exceptions for low-level podcasters.
Are you going to get the lyrics of
The script.
yeah, or fun? What was the song? I was
Some
in the
nights
bath.
I feel
I was in the bathroom getting high as the Empire State.
Yeah, I was
you wanna get that?
lying in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State.
Do you want to have that on your arm?
That's hilarious. I've got time to change it.
That's good. Do you know why I brought that up? Is because
To be fair,
that was something that when we were in like year 10 is like the defining memory of like when it was at the peak of people putting song lyrics in profile pictures, and I forgot what her name
profile
was.
pictures.
Yeah, so it was a selfie of this girl from year 11
Yeah.
taking a picture in the bathroom, and the quote, the sincere song quote
Oh,
was
it's the caption.
near the caption, I was in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State.
Was she in the bathroom?
I don't think she was.
Yeah, she probably didn't even know what higher than the Empire State.
Yeah,
was
I
a
think she
reference
just
to.
genuinely just thought that it's a vibe.
Do you think she just thought it was a bathroom in a really tall building?
Maybe.
What do you reckon?
I reckon no. I
What
reckon
do you reckon about that?
probably.
I might actually. Now you think about funny song lyrics to get. My all-time favorite lyric is produced by a band called Orson. In one of the greatest songs that's ever been written, No Tomorrow. So that's the one that's like and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, let's go to a rave and behave like we're tripping simply cause we're so in love. Funny hat, shiny pants, I'm in need for some romance. Best lyric that's ever been written.
Where would you put that?
Funny hats, shiny pants, I'm in need for some romance. What a fucking lyric. I could put it on my chest.
Would you have a little
Funny
stick?
hats, shiny pants, I'm in need for some romance.
Would you have a little fella underneath?
No, just that. No, almost in. It needs to look like it's kind of sincerely done.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't go calligraphy because that's almost too obviously a comment on it.
Sure.
Quite stylish block writing.
Yeah.
Just on the chest. Funny hats. I might actually get that.
So enough with the silliness. What are you actually going to get today?
Well, I've now just come up with a new idea, so I genuinely want that on my chest. I'm getting the manta ray,
Yeah.
which is
So how-
apparently disputed. in
Yeah,
this
I
insane
know.
world.
I was upset about it, but I wasn't right to. So
Yeah.
I knew I was being unreasonable, but
I was like, I don't think you're gonna get it. That's the thing.
that is the problem. Yeah.
So I'm like, if there was any chance of you actually doing it, I'd be more considerate. But you're just not going
It
to.
is fair enough.
Do you think you'll get one?
I hope so.
Just do it.
I mean, BB's got one.
Has she?
Yeah, she's got a wolf.
Oh, she does, doesn't she? Yeah.
a wolf here.
One of these.
Ah.
So it's Matt, like that's going to be wrapping around my arm around here.
Yeah.
And then on the other arm, it's like an abstract pitching of a man relaxing.
Where did that come from?
Nothing special. Because there's something about having one big tattoo I don't like. I like two. Because it goes for like, oh, he's got a tattoo versus, oh, he's got tattoos.
I see.
So I wanted to go two. So me and Elle just looked this morning, we found that, and I liked it.
So it's just a vibe.
Just a vibe. Well, the manta ray is just a vibe as well.
I guess so. But you hadn't experienced with one.
I have, yeah, but I've met many.
Because I was only
I've met
gonna.
many
I was the only reason I've put my claws away when we're talking about manta ray is that I didn't think you'd come face to face.
I
with one,
have,
and
yeah.
then you had in Florida, and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
fair enough. He's also encountered firsthand the majesty of a manta ray.
Yeah, and it's
So
something
he's
that
also-
stays with you for a while.
And I was like, "Oh, right, fine. You're part of the brotherhood."
Well, because I'm also going to get the shark that's coming up.
Yeah, that's great.
There.
That's like the first idea you've had.
Yeah. Whatever. So the shark coming up there, and then I
Yeah.
think funny hat, shiny pants, underneath for some romance.
That's
Then
good.
we're
Do
looking
you think you'd
good.
actually get that
Yeah, not on my
Funny-
chest, but maybe on my... I think it'd be hilarious.
on your bum?
No, not silly, because
Yeah.
you still want it to be a bit... I could get it on my arm, but quite high up. Funny hats, shiny pants, I'm in need for some romance. That's
good.
fucking hilarious.
But I don't know how good it would look
It will look amazing.
because it's the third line's longest. Quite good.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Funny hats, shiny pants. It gets slightly longer each time.
Yeah,
I
that's quite nice.
it.
Yeah,
You wouldn't want to center it. You want it to hang out.
you could have it in a right angle triangle as it slowly gets bigger
Hate that.
and right 90 degrees.
Yeah, I'm
And
just
make it like
getting that. It's just like an interesting drawing. It looks a bit like
Yeah.
what?
Is it just going to be that?
Yeah.
But that's. But you.
What?
Oh, I see. Now I can see it.
Can
Sorry.
you see it? Because this
Sorry,
is
yeah.
a screenshot of the thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Now I see it because he's got his pocket in his hands.
Yeah. What did you
That
think?
looked like his knob was out,
Where did it look
like
like
his
knob was
hand.
out?
and he doesn't have a head, so it
Where
looks.
does it look like his knob's out?
See where his hand is? That looks like a penis.
Oh, it does look a little bit like a penis.
And let me see that.
How does that?
Just from the, I couldn't work out because now I can see it's like a chilled out dude, which is pretty good. Shouldn't they finish that other foot?
No, that's kind of part of the. It's kind of a fun abstract thing.
All right,
It's like a.
I'm gonna send this to myself now, so I can put. Can you send this to me so I can put this in
Well,
the
I'll
episode?
yeah, true, yeah,
Because otherwise we'll forget.
yeah.
Because yes, well, it would be nice to leave it to the patrons to vote in a poll, but
What tattoo I get?
yeah, it's like,
I'm not
and that's
entirely-
final. That's their right as Privy Council members.
Yeah.
Are they not going to finish one of those feet?
No, it's the abs. Well, they don't finish a lot of it. It's like it's an abstract thing. That's,
no, nice.
That's
What's the other
nice.
ones? Yeah,
The other one, the other manta ray.
yeah. Do you have the other?
Oh, I don't know what that is. That's been a while.
And so you're going to have them both.
But that's flowy.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like the manta ray will be like here, and that one will be like here.
Mm.
It'll be like there. So different arms, different positions of height, basically. But that's it.
That's exciting.
It is exciting.
Well, yeah. I do think I want to get one eventually.
I like the idea of having quite a few.
Yeah.
I think that works best. There's something about one I think is a bit lame. It's a bit like Wine Mum Goes Crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It's not
true.
like
It's true. I do agree.
you've got to commit to it. Having
Yeah.
quite a few is sick, I
Yeah.
think.
The only thing because now obviously because tattoos back in the day meant
I'm worried that looks like a knob now. Does it look like a knob? Do you think? Don't, because that's speak
the
now
screen
or forever hold
the
your
screen
peace.
the screen is cracked.
The screen is cracked.
I definitely I can see it now and I like it now, but I think from a distance it's not clear what it is.
Shall I bring that because they can alter the drawing slightly, obviously.
I think
Shall I
make it
say it
clear,
looks a
make
bit
it
like a
clearer that
knob?
it's a person.
But no, you want it abstract.
Yeah, but there's a level of abstract where it doesn't look like a scribble. You know?
I've sent this to a few people and
they're
everyone's like, that's sick.
Great. Well, then-
Everyone loves it. Do you
well,
think it's
then
fine?
I think it's
You can't.
If they do, then
Right,
I
this is
do.
your last. No, because
Or
if
if they do,
if
I
I
do.
get it,
Yeah.
when I get it, you can't be like you've got a knob on your arm.
I
This is your last chance.
would make some changes personally.
What would you change?
I would.
Make it look less like a knob. How does it look like a knob? I get that it's like no, it's so clearly,
Yeah, it's cool.
but I see the knob. Shit.
No, it's only for the rest of your life, so don't worry about it.
I see the knob. I'm not saying I don't see the knob. Maybe if we just like make that. No, because it needs to be his arm going into his
Yeah,
pocket.
yeah. Look, no one else saw it.
No one else saw it, but you
Yeah.
saw it, and that's a problem.
No,
'Cause you're going to say, look, you got a knob on you. The rest of my life is going to be.
you know what? The more I thought about
They're
it,
gonna
I
call
think
me-
you should definitely get it.
Because it looks a bit like a knob.
No, I just think you should definitely get
You're a
it.
fucking dickhead.
No, genuinely, it's only like it's only for this lifetime you have it.
Shut your mouth.
It'd be funny if
Does it look-
if you die and go to heaven, you've still got all the tattoos. It'd be funny.
If I die and go, I like the addition of "go to heaven." What is
Yeah.
that? You
Or if
just-
heaven exists.
If you die and go to heaven, sound like a fucking school kid. Well, no, because my body biodegrades. Your skin doesn't remain.
No,
does
I'm
it?
saying it, but a
For
concept
a
of
bit.
heaven.
And I'll still have a knob on my arm. Does it? Are you going to take the piss?
No. Well, it depends how much.
No,
It's
but
a
you can
cracked
see
screen.
what it
It's a
is.
cracked screen, so it just like.
No, because if I
Who did you send it to?
Izzy,
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
but you
Let me
think
have
not.
one more look.
Have another look.
Yeah.
You really? I don't. I'll raise the concern with if you do it. That doesn't look anything like a knob in that context.
No, because it obviously doesn't look like it's a knob coming out of where the knob would be.
But it looks
it's sort of like a chopped off knob is sort of lying on a stair on like the stairs. It's like someone's chopped off. It's like a dildo on a staircase. But
If
apart
I
from
bring that up, it's like a dildo on a staircase. Nah, fuck off, mate.
Sorry.
Fuck off.
No, it's good.
No, this is good. It's important to bring up.
Yeah.
I might bring it up with the guy and say,
Saying, does this at all look like
well, I could get
trying to lead them to say dildo
on a
dildo on a staircase.
On a stair. You're full of shit. That doesn't look like a. I think that's very clear.
Yeah. No, I think it is good. I do. I genuinely do.
Okay, fine.
If anyone else says it looks like a dick, I then would, start
yeah,
thinking.
then you'd start thinking that maybe it does look like a dick. Well, I might mention to the tattoo artist.
You should do that. Yeah.
I think there's a chance that looks like a knob.
Or a dildo on a staircase.
Can we make it not look like a knob? Can we just do one change that doesn't alter it that much, but that makes it clearly not a knob? Yeah. Maybe if there was hands,
have cum spurting out the end.
Yeah,
and give it veins.
Perfect.
And a set of balls behind it.
I come back with a knob on my arm. It would be hilarious.
Something that I was going to talk about on the main before we ran out of time. Was because when we were talking about Philip Schofield being a paedophile, the brilliant comedian Sean Morley, who does these incredible avant-garde shows in Edinburgh, a whole portion of the last 20 minutes of a show he did in 2019 was asking the question to the audience: can you ever be friends with a baby? Not family.
No.
Can you befriend a baby?
No.
Is there ever a chance that you could be friends with the baby?
No.
Do you not think there's...
Never.
That you can't be
I
friends?
think it's quite obvious.
Do you not think you can be friends with a baby?
No.
You can't have... A baby can't...
No. What's friendship?
Well, that's a good question. Is it... What is friendship?
I think, you have to... Friendship has to almost be consensual.
Yeah.
You can't declare that you're friends with someone who doesn't agree that they're friends with you. Babies can't agree that they're friends with you.
But they can feel a level of friendship.
Yeah, but they can't declare it.
And so it's the act of declaring.
No, but it's like they don't have complex enough minds to understand friendship. If one of you doesn't understand what friendship is, I don't think you can call yourself friends.
So you can't bring your... Yeah, because
just because the baby's like, oh, I recognise this scent in this person and I like them. That's not like liking each other isn't necessarily a friendship.
I guess so, but what if you spend loads of time together and you like each other?
Well, with a baby, it's not a friendship. That's my argument.
So if I was just like, if a stranger, I rocked up with a stranger's baby and said, "This is my mate."
I'd
this
say
is my
no.
mate Gavin.
Of course he's not your mate. I'd say give that baby back.
It's a tough look, just rolling around town with your boy.
No, it's not good.
Yeah. All right, fair enough.
Do you think there's a chance that you and a baby could be friends?
No, I was saying against it. So I'm playing devil's advocate. I don't think you can be friends with a baby. I think we both agree.
Yeah,
that is impossible.
I would
to be
wonder
friends.
who would say that you can be friends with a baby.
Yeah, I forgot who, but I remember it led to 20 minutes of conversation. I think Sam Ely actually defended the right to be friends with the baby.
Sam said you could be friends with a baby.
He said that there was a rare circumstance where maybe you could be in some forms.
Yeah, if the baby's like a genius and has the ability to communicate very
well. It's not saying it's easy to be friends with a baby. It's saying, is it a possibility
tough life.
that you could be friends with a baby?
There is no world where it's possible.
Could you be friends with a toddler?
Maybe. Maybe. Add a push, but yeah, you could.
You could be pals with a toddler. Yeah.
You could definitely be pals with a toddler. Friends, there's a different kind of...
Yeah.
There's a different level of depth when you say friends compared to a pal.
Yeah, but
I'm pals with a few toddlers. I wouldn't call them my friends.
Are you pals with some
No,
toddlers?
it's just going
yeah,
with it,
I was just checking. I was like, if you got you got a crew rolling around.
I haven't got a crew. No, we don't get together enough, so...
Yeah, you don't want members of your crew being under
7.
Under 7. You don't want to be rolling around town.
I mean, even under
18.
18 is
It's
pretty
still.
tough. Even under 20,
You know, if you're not related to them, you can't
be rolling around with them.
They can't be rolling around as you would a crew. You
No.
know? No.
Or you can't be rolling around with any sort of confidence about it.
Yeah.
But
Can you finally tell this STD story? So basically, on the show plan, Andrew's had STD check written. I don't know what this story is.
You do.
For maybe for 4 episodes now.
yeah, it's always just like, if we need something, I can do that.
Can you tell me the STD?
You know
check?
it.
What is it?
You know the STD story. It happened ages ago. I developed some sort of like tiny little wart things on my Johnson.
Did you?
Yeah, like
don't remember
just
this.
two of them, like there and there.
Where on your Johnson?
In the middle, and like one on another on the other side, kind of round.
On the shaft? Or
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bell
on the
end?
shaft. Yeah,
Yeah.
on the shaft.
Yeah.
So I went to a clinic, and then
Said, look at me knob
look
spots.
at me knob, governor.
Look at me knob spots.
And I was like,
I've got spots on me knob.
please get rid of the spots on me knob. I'd never shown my Johnson to a nurse, you know. I'd
Yeah.
never shown a Johnson to someone who didn't want to put it somewhere. Do you know what I
Sure,
mean?
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I went in, and it was like a female nurse. So immediately, now my fear in these situations is always that I'm going to get an erection.
Definitely.
Always my fear.
Yeah.
Because it could happen. I know it could happen.
I mean, DB's dad's checked my knob, and I was like, that'd be a nightmare erection to get.
Terrifying erection.
Because you feel like, though it's an unsexual situation where you would assume you wouldn't get an erection.
Yeah.
The don't think of an elephant concept. You
Yeah,
do is think of
yeah, yeah.
elephants.
And then it's gonna
like,
happen.
Don't have an erection, and then it's just.
Then it just comes up, and
Yeah.
mine's prone to it. Like it could come up at any
It
moment.
salutes at
It's
any.
not now.
Yeah.
It's not. But so I went in. There was like a
It's like a
female
Nazi
nurse.
parade, just constantly
Yeah.
unsaluting.
Well, because I've had to, show my bottom because of the hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
But that was with the weird doctor. So I've already had some quite odd experiences with showing my private parts to medical professionals.
Yeah.
But so I went in, and I said, I've got some spots on my knob.
I've got spots on
my knob. I was shouting that in the waiting room. Because you had
I've got spots on
it was
me
in the middle.
knob.
It was in the middle of Allgate Easter, so you got to ring a doorbell before you get in. So you ring outside on the street.
Hello?
I've got spots on me knob. Let me in. I've got spots on me knob. So I went in. I said to her, "I've got spots on my knob." And she went, "Okay, cool. Let's have a look.
Let's look at your knob.
Let's have a look. See." So I went down, pulled my pants down.
The worst thing would be is you pull your pants down, then you go, oh, sorry, one sec, and then you turn around and start masturbating a bit.
Yeah.
Just like,
Give me a minute.
Give me a minute. Come on.
Get up. She's right there. Pulled my pants down, whipped the Kraken out.
Yeah.
And then she
But it
looked
was
at
cracking with all those nut spots.
It was, yeah. It was only 2. And she went, oh, yeah, that's HPV. She says then, because I was worried at that point.
Is that an STD?
Yeah. HPV is an STD. I think, and then she was like, don't worry, yeah. She said over 60% of the population have it.
And what does that mean?
Nothing.
Is it
She
just
said,
spots
she
on the
said,
knob?
she said it's nothing.
So it's just a cosmetic fear.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a vain fear.
It's vanity, essentially. So she was like, we can freeze those fuckers off today. I went,
Yeah.
great, get your...
Get them off me knob!
You must get the spots off me knob! I went, yeah, go and grab that ice gun and let's get it done. She then grabs her ice gun, gets on, like, she gets on her knees, and there's then, like, point in the... Which is,
Really?
like, yeah, tough.
Did you put your hands behind your head?
Her head. She then goes, she's like looking at it, and I'm like, because I'm half laughing at the situation. It's just
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Just her this nurse pointing this gun at me almost.
Yeah.
And then I was
Was
like,
she attractive?
she wasn't unattractive, but she
Yeah.
wasn't attractive.
I know you're into uniforms, but you're not into that sort of nurse.
No, not
You're
that.
not into like scrubs.
No, not scrubs and like a hairnet. No, but my understanding.
Baggy scrubs.
My understanding is that all nurses wear fishnets and high heels. But so she got down and then she then like prepared for a bit, and I was already laughing, and then she went to pull the trigger, and it just went. She was like, oh, I'm really sorry, my ice gun's run out. So she then got up.
She had erectile
She was like,
dysfunction.
give me a second. She then got up and then left the room.
I don't remember this story.
She left the room, and I'm still there with my trousers down and my knob out with my t-shirt on. So
She left the room.
yeah, because she had to go and get a new ice gun. What else are you gonna do? You can't
I just
magically
started saying like, sit back on the bed. I don't know.
no, because she was like, I'll just be a second.
Yeah.
But then so like 30 seconds went by, and I'm just kind of looking around the room.
You're worried another doctor's going to come in.
No, I'm not. I wasn't. I was more like, how long would she have to go for me to pull my trousers back up?
What if another doctor came in with 2 other patients saying, yes, Ms. Johnson, we're going to come in. And they
And
come in
I'm
and they
there.
go, and he's like, what? And you're
I'm
like,
waiting for the ice gun. I've got spots on my knob.
and he was like, what doctor? She doesn't work here. And you're like,
Right,
no.
yeah. Well, that would be a whole other issue. Wouldn't it? How am I meant to address that?
Or he comes in saying, yes, so Andrew Kerwin, what?
Yeah. Well,
'Cause
then I'd think I'd check myself into a mental hospital,
Yeah.
if you want the honest answer.
Oh, so you went for the thing that she's in your head. I was saying that she is a fraud.
Oh,
who goes
just wants
around,
to look at
just
knobs.
looks at spotty knobs.
Right, yeah. Her thing.
And then it's always has a broken ice gun.
Her
Let me
thing
go
is-
change it. She's gone.
She's gone.
She's got what she needs.
That isn't even a real ice gun.
No, it's a camera.
It's a camera. It's a camera. She's taken all the pictures of my knob as possible, and she's left. Maybe that was true.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a replica.
But anyway, go on.
Well, that's so I was like, how long does one stand in a nurse's office with your
your Johnson out?
with your cock swinging in the breeze? But it's always funny when your t-shirt's on when your knob's out. Always funny. And no matter how great the cock, if you're wearing a t-shirt, it looks ridiculous.
It gives you the
It's
ick. You look like
pathetic.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, yeah, if he had his knob out, I suppose. But I know I see. So no, eventually she came back and did it. They're like, sorted it, and it was all good fun. But there was just a moment where
And
it was just when
spot's gone now.
yeah, all good, all cleared up, all done. Froze those fuckers off like it was no one's business. But yeah, just a moment when, of course, the ice gun ran out at that point.
Yeah, I have a feeling that I might, which is big news for us because obviously you famously had hemorrhoids, but I feel I might have hemorrhoids.
Really?
And the feeling I got when I felt like I have hemorrhoids.
Too much pooping, is it?
I think it's been pooping too hard.
Pooping too hard, are you?
Eat, sleep, poop, repeat. You know, that's my motto.
Yeah.
And it was a feeling of, I deserve this.
Yeah.
When I got them, I was like, I'm shocked that I've never had hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
I hear about hemorrhoids happening all the time. People who get it can't stop getting them.
Yeah.
And I
like
feel
a
like
bad
someone
addiction.
I feel like someone who should have. I was
Why?
like, have I had hemorrhoids? I just feel like I deserve hemorrhoids. Like I would be the kind of guy to get hemorrhoids.
Yeah. I feel like you're not taking any steps to kind of push away hemorrhoids, and that's why you deserve
Yeah,
it.
and I was like, this is right.
Yeah.
When sometimes when you let things happen as they will, and everything just sort of happens at the right time.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like.
So
with hemorrhoids.
what you're saying is your hemorrhoids feel like fate.
It feels like this is the right time for
It's
me
kind
to
of
have
the
my
universe
first.
coming together, and
Yeah.
like, this is what I deserve.
Yeah.
Right. So how confident are you have them?
Not that confident. I've never had them before
So why do you think you have them?
because I assume that's what a hemorrhoid is.
What? How did you find out? Have you been poking your bum?
I haven't been poking my bum. Do you need to poke your bum to find out if you've got hemorrhoids?
Why do you think you've got hemorrhoids?
Because it feels like there's a hemorrhoid on my bum.
Why?
Because it's how you described it.
Which is you can feel it when you like sit almost.
Sometimes
Well, remember there's two types. There's internal and external.
external.
Do you think external?
I don't know.
You got to
I'm
feel
not an expert of hemorrhoids.
Well, you don't have to be an expert to know.
Would
that
you-
you've
do you
got
feel you'd
hemorrhoids.
know if you
I
were-
wasn't an expert? When
But
I
did you
realised-
know immediately you had
Yeah,
hemorrhoids?
because it was bleeding.
Oh,
I
mine's
think
not
because I
bleeding.
thought it's a. For anyone that doesn't know the story, I'm not doing it all, but
Can you tell it briefly?
I got hemorrhoids on my 21st birthday, and then didn't really realize it was a hemorrhoid. I thought it was just a bit of shit stuck in my bum.
Oh,
so
fucking hell.
I kept like picking at it, and then it started.
Christ!
Yeah, with like toilet paper to try and get it off, and then it like started bleeding, and then it didn't stop bleeding for like 3 days. Went to the doctor, he was really weird about it, and then
What did he say?
he was like, he didn't say anything. He tried to make me do all the he was so awkward about it. It was like, again, like a fake doctor.
Yeah.
I think I just end up with fake medical professionals.
Yeah.
So I had to lead it, and I was like, oh, I've got this, and he kind of just would look at me suggestively, and I'll go, yeah, so I think it's probably hemorrhoids, isn't it? And he was like,
Yeah.
and then he kind of looked at me like that, and I was like, do I need to get on the table? And he was like, do I need to get on the bed and show my arse to you? And I was like, and then he was like, yeah, that's hemorrhoids. I went, oh, and she's a big one.
She's a big one.
She's a big one when he was down there. And then we went back to the desk, and then he was like, subscribe me this cream. And then I was like, is there anything specific to do about the bleeding or something? And then he looked at me like, I was like, I'm going to have to wear a period pad, aren't I? And he went,
He seems to be acting a bit like a sort of Japanese schoolgirl.
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I then left. My mum was waiting for me outside. Honestly, I felt like she was laughing for the entire time. She never, throughout
She's
this
earned
whole...
it, though.
She's earned it.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I do think that's a very
Because it was
deserved
hilarious.
mum laugh.
It was hilarious. Yeah, but there's a longer story because I had to shove like toilet paper up because I was at my friend's house and we were doing this weird plane watching thing and I was running around with toilet paper shoved up there.
Yeah.
And then, got back. Mum gave me a period pad. She was like, there you go. I didn't expect to be giving this to my son, but I then came down. I was like, I went upstairs to the bathroom, put it on. And I came down. I was like, fucking hell, how do you girls live with this shit? This is fucking awful. Mum was like, yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, now you have a bit of a sense of what it's like to be a woman. I was like, yeah, but how do you even like fucking take it off? Is it going to rip all my hair off and stuff? And Mum just went, how did you put it on? I mean, I just stuck it. I just took off the sticky bits and then just shoved it to my like bum and gooch area. Yeah. And then she just burst out laughing. She went, "You meant to stick it to your pants, not that."
And I think about that story all the time because I would have definitely made the same mistake. And it's great that you're one of the fallen soldiers who had to
I had to find out via mum. I fell so you can. Yeah. I don't know. I walked so you could run.
Yeah.
So if your hemorrhoids develop and you end up needing a period pad, you're going to know where to stick it. And who are you going to thank for that?
I'll thank you for it.
This guy.
Yeah.
But yeah. So are you going to get it checked out?
No, not yet.
Well, you can get Anusol, which is hemorrhoid cream,
and that just sorts it.
Well, there's not much you can do with hemorrhoids. They will go, but if you put Anusol on it, it does kind of soothe it. I don't think it's a prescription. I think because one of our housemates, I won't name him. I feel like that's probably fair. Had hemorrhoids.
His patron,
That still doesn't matter. One of our housemates. It's a 50-50 chance.
This has been a smutty. This has been.
It has been smutty, but it's fake shot. He had hemorrhoids, so I told him the same advice. Like, just go and get some Anusol. You can't really do anything about it. Yeah. Anusol, I think, eases the discomfort and quickens up the recovery. Yeah. So just go and get some Anusol, even if you're not entirely sure you've got it. What I've always said is there's no harm smearing a bit of Anusol on your bottom.
I thought it was going to rhyme.
No. Don't worry. There's nothing wrong. Easy. There ain't nothing wrong with rubbing some Anusol on your hole.
Yep, that's good.
That's fantastic.
Don't
be like bashful about it.
No, that's good. I am wearing rosemary oil for the first time. I assume you've had the influx of TikTok ads about rosemary oil.
No.
What?
Jesus Christ, no.
Have you not?
I haven't actually been on TikTok that much.
For the last 2 months, it's felt almost like Andrew Tate level of social media dominance.
Where'd you put it? In your hair or your body?
It's hair. Yeah. It's all hair stuff. And
is it good? Your hair looks a bit mad scientisty.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what it's meant to do, but it's meant to make you feel. It's meant to look healthier and more.
If I'm honest,
yeah,
I don't think it's working.
No.
No, I think your hair looks worse. I think you got to a good place, and now you're adding. You're trying to change it.
I'm trying to do
it looks mad sciencey. It looks a lot more matted. When was the last time you've got quite an aggressive haircut? Actually, I've just noticed.
Yeah.
It's working, but I think you've got to have it flopping down a bit.
Yes, it's true.
Whereas that's making it quite like
But all the rosemary oil ads from seemingly every cunt in the country was saying about how rosemary oil changed.
Rosemary cunts. Did you order this ages ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the guy came up.
I should have picked up that from their house.
Yeah, no, that was fine. Yeah. But yeah, that was the slight undertone. But he came. It's not that interesting. But he came to the door, and because we've had Steve working on the front of our house, so the door's been open. Yeah. And I was working, and I just heard knock knock, which is very disconcerting for your own front door. That's what you kind of expect for a housemate coming into your room, not a stranger entering your house. Being like knock knock. I'll be like, can we take the knock a bit more seriously, please? And he went, do you have a Horatio in your house? And I was a bit like. Yeah, we do. Yeah. He's not here, but he lives here. And then he said that he was actually very nice. Yeah. But he said that he'd had this package Well, that's suspicious, actually. He said he'd had this package in his house for ages.
A long time, yeah.
Yeah. And he'd accidentally opened it.
Because he was desperate to see what was inside.
He was desperate to see what was inside. And that he said that he'd come knocking many, many times and no one was ever here. Which I'm like, I don't buy that.
I don't buy that.
I don't buy that because
We're always here.
we're pretty much. I was like, there are times when I don't leave the house for 4 days in a row.
We're here, lad.
We're here. If we're anything, we're here. We might not be doing well, but we're here.
Don't take that away from us.
If we're not here, I don't know what we're fucking doing. Yeah. So then he gave it to me, but
Yeah. So you said you thought you'd ordered. I thought you said you could have ordered rosemary oil. So you haven't had any of these ads.
I haven't had any ads. I don't think I like argan oil's good for your hair.
No, it is. But rosemary oil is the new craze that apparently it basically stimulates hair growth. It stimulates richness in hair. It's meant to be like quite a miracle oil. But I was getting advertised it so much that I bought it so that now when I feel the advertisers, when I see the advertisements, I don't have to think maybe I should get that because I've already got it.
Yeah.
So that's like kind of like it's such today.
Well, is it meant to be maybe you're meant to put it in? Is it after you?
Yeah, after you shower.
Yeah, after you shower.
I haven't showered today, so we'll see. I will keep you guys up to date with how rosemary oil is because seemingly every person on TikTok
500 quid says that's the last time we ever hear about rosemary oil on this podcast. Well, that's pointless because the bet is going to ruin it, isn't it?
We'll see you guys next week.
We'll remember that bet.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry it's slightly short. I've got to go and get a penis tattooed on my arm.
They understand.